Hey everyone. Hey, I forgot to turn on my light. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get logged on, and while I turn on my lights and so we can see, and just want to welcome you guys. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, I want to welcome you guys. We're going to do a new transfers today, getting ready for our Valentines. Hello, Christine. Hey, Tracy. We're going to be working on a board that I'm going to repurpose. So I just painted over this. It had something on it I didn't like, so I painted on it and had the Delphina. So we're going to use the February 14th transfer. This is one of our new to me, and it's for Valentine's Day. And then also we're going to use the little hearts. Here we go, for our, this is from our January monthly club deal. But before we get started, I actually wanted to kind of show you guys some of the transfers that I've been getting, just because the quality and the size, I was kind of impressed when I actually got them. I thought they were going to be smaller. So I'm just going to show you a few tonight, and kind of doing a few each time, just kind of give you an idea. So the first one is just this little one that's like, just says, you know, live simply. So that one would fit on our basin board, right here. So these smaller ones would fit on our basin boards. And then this one, hey Becky, we rise by lifting others. So that one's super cute, and do it at ombre. It's super cute. That would be a great like team building activity if you guys do team building activity. And then here's one that you are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars. Wouldn't that be super cute for a Valentine's gift on like a pillow or one of our larger frames? I thought that was really sweet. And then I want to show you the first herb one. Like this one is, hey Elizabeth, this one is fairly large. I kind of expected it to be the size of my Valentine one, you know. So but I just want to kind of show you what all the herbs were: basil, dill, oregano, lavender, that's the chives, rosemary, thyme, sage, is that basil, and mint. So hey Brenda, so I wanted to show you that one. I thought that was super fun. And that's it for tonight. So I have some more, and I'll just kind of, as we go do my lives, I'll show you the different ones that we have available. Hey Brenda, hey Elizabeth, thanks girls for joining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to this one, I think this one's great because you can use it, all of it, right? You can use it, just different words out of it to mix and match your transfers. But tonight, I'm just going to use the whole thing. Hopefully, I can get it on this board. And then on this board, there's actually a raised heart. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of, it's out of wood, so it's a raised heart. So hopefully, I have room to go back and actually use one of our monthly the January monthly club transfers on it. So we'll see how it all works out. So I'm going to point you down to the board, my area. Let me kind of clean it up just a bit and see what I can get you guys down here. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to cover up this little area with painter's tape because I don't want my words to get on it. I want to keep it clear just at the top here. I think that at the bottom it might go across a little bit, but that's fine. I just want to leave a little area for my heart. So this is our, hey Kathy, I just want to leave a little bit for those little hearts there. I'm going to use one of them. So this is our January club. So you can only get this the month of January, and it comes with these little hearts: be mine, love me, kiss me, and X's and O's. And so if you want this transfer, you have to order it before the end of January. And it comes with that. And I think it actually comes with like 3 single pastes, and all for $19.99. So it's a really good deal. It comes to your home, and you can just put it on, just use the surface at your house. Or they also have like a little starter kit that you can purchase that comes with some boards. So this is our fuzzing cloth. So if you don't have a fuzzing cloth, if you've been watching me, you know that you can just use a towel. But the thing about the fuzzing is it makes, since our transfers are sticky, it makes it easier to get off your boards, and keeps it from stretching. So this is like a fabric material, and the fuzzing just kind of helps you get it off your surface easier, and keeps it from sticking to your surface as bad. So I'm just going to get some on here. And you guys, if you have questions, just let me know. And if I don't get them answered in the live, I'll certainly go back and answer them after the live. So let me try to get this evened up here. It's going to be like really close as far as the top and the bottom. Trying to get it all on here, so hopefully. And these are flexible, so I'm able to kind of see where it's going to go off the board. So, you know, if you wanted to make something that was more rounded, like if you were going to do like a vase, and you could definitely do that, because our transfers do bend and round. So now I'm able to see like I'm right on the end of that board, and same thing on the bottom here. Okay, so I'm just kind of bending it over, I guess, the board, so I can see where it's going to end at. I think that's pretty good. Now the only concern I have right here is my heart, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to all turn out, but I'm definitely going to see how it goes. Okay. And now I'm just making sure like all the bubbles are out, and I can actually see there's something under that V that's going to probably mess me up. Okay, so you just want to make sure everywhere you have a design, you have your bubbles are out, it's clear, you can actually see your board. There's some areas that are already like pre-distressed. They're made that way to look distressed, so that's okay. We're okay with that. Okay, so then I'm going to take my chalk paste. This is step 2. So we did step 1, which was fuzzing, and then putting on your surface, which our designs can go on basically any surface. Our chalk paste is removable. So you want to make sure that it's a yogurt-like consistency. If not, you just spray a little bit of water, tiny bit of water in there, just to kind of get it moistened up. And then, you know, make sure it's the right consistency. So our chalk paste is actually like in between old school chalk and chalk paint. So if it was old school chalk, you would be able to, you know, once you touched it, it would smudge, and we don't want that. But if it was the chalk paint, it would be permanent. So the chalk paste, you're actually able to remove it from like chalkboards and you know, ceramics and stuff pretty easily just by getting it wet. You have to use a little bit of elbow grease, but it will come off. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some dots around, you know, off my design, kind of in the green part, just to get it all over my transfer. Okay, and once it's on here, it dries pretty quick, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, taking forever to dry. And you don't have to be. This can be messy. You know, you don't have to be perfect on this one, which is right up my alley as far as crafts go. Okay. but we are going to start at the top. The one thing you want to make sure of when you are doing the larger transfers is that your paste actually doesn't dry on the design areas. If you start to pull it up and you see that the transfer is basically taken off your paste, just put it back down and apply some more chalk on it, and that will moisten it up, and then you can bring it back up and your design should be good. So now I've just got dots everywhere. I'm just going to take my squeegee and I'm just going to run it over the design part. Now this one's pretty much all design, but there's some of our transfers that have a lot of this blue area, and you don't have to do the whole thing. You just do the design. Okay, just going to put that in there. It's fairly easy. You just want to make sure that you get paste all over the design. And my heart there is going to be a little, mess that up just a little bit, but I think it's going to be perfectly imperfect. And we will fix it once we kind of figure out how it worked. Okay. I'm just kind of pressing down around that heart to get the different stuff, the paste on the design there. So, okay. Now all you do is you got paste all over your design. Now you go back and you just take off the excess and put it back in your jar. So you can see like this 3-ounce jar will last you forever, and because your projects really don't take a whole lot of paste. Okay, I'm going to take this up, and you want to take it up from like top to bottom or left to right, so that way that you don't stretch it out. Okay, I think it's got my paper there. Okay, I'm going to do it slowly just to see. Make sure I got all the areas, and I have an area here that's not done completely, so I'm just going to lay it back down and let it do it again. Whoop. Hold on, I should have put my apron on for this one. Okay. So I always love how the designs come out super crisp, and that is part of the transfer. It's actually a silk screen transfer, and really our transfers are like an in-between I'm going to put this one back down and try to do the X some more. Hold on, I'll explain just a minute what I was going to about our transfers. Okay. Our transfers are really like an in-between your Cricut and a stencil. So if it was a Cricut, you would only probably be able to use the design once. But if it was a stencil, you'd be able to use it, but you wouldn't get a very crisp design. Okay, hold on. I don't know if I can talk and do this at the same time. Can't really chew gum and walk at the same time here. Okay. And you can see that I'm getting my transfer where it's sticking together. That's fine. When you do that, you're going to just put it in water, and your water deactivates the stickiness, and then you can use your transfer again. So hold on. Okay. So if it's really sticky and you can't get it apart just by pulling it, just put it in some water and let the water deactivate it instead of stretching it apart. Okay. So I'm just going to put that in my tub of water, kind of wash my fingers off, and I'm going to show you how to take care of the transfers in a minute so you can reuse them. So like I was saying, if they were Cricuts, you'd probably get just one use out of it. But if they are and if they were stencils, you could reuse it over and over, but you wouldn't get this clean and crisp design. And so the thing I like about these transfers is you get to reuse them 8 to 12 times. Sorry, I'm still wiping my fingers off. You get to reuse them 8 to 12 times, and they always come out clean and crisp, okay? Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to show you this part of it. Okay. So my S didn't kind of come out just right, and so the sweetheart's just a little messed up, but I'm going to put a heart right there, so I was okay if that didn't work out. What do you guys think? Valentine. Okay. Now I'm going to take one of my hearts. Actually, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to show you how to wash it. Okay. So I just put it in water, and you can take it to your sink and wash it off, and it would be easier than doing it, especially once you get into these larger ones. It's easier to do it in your sink. Okay. Oh, and you guys, I will be posting, we are getting ready to bring out our new designs. And so I will start posting what transfers and pastes and things that will be retired. We change up our things every 3 months. And so some things will be retired. Some things will go on pause. So like our Christmas stuff, they might, if they're not retired, they might pause them and come back out next year. We don't know exactly which ones yet, but as I get that information, I'll be posting it because it will happen by the end of this month. So if there was something that you really were kind of wanting, I suggest going ahead and getting it, because you never know if it's actually going to sell out. Some of it's like once it sells out, it's done, it's not coming back. So they are transferring out the old to bring in the new. So I will keep you updated as I learn. And with going back to washing my transfer, you can see some of it is still stained, basically. And with the pigments, the redder pigments, they'll stain the transfer. Just make sure you have all the paste off the actual design. Okay. Okay. Let me bring this out. Okay. And since that is still wet, it's not sticky on the back, and so it's not going to stick to my paper. And you can always, if you are OCD and you can't stand to see your transfers dirty like that, we have this a board eraser, and it gets everything pretty clean. Okay, so that's still pretty wet, so it wasn't going to stick to my paper. And let me see how I'm going to do this. And then you can just take your Lysol wipe and just wipe the back of it as well, and get all the fuzzies off of it that you put on with your fuzz cloth. Okay, so that was step number 3. So 3 steps you have. You're going to fuzz it, you're going to paste it, and then you're going to wash it. Okay, so I'll let this dry, and it doesn't take very long to dry either. And I'll put it back on my backer sheet. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to put it back on here on the shiny side. So there's a dull side and there's a shiny side. And just remember, the sticky and the shiny side go together, okay? And I'll just put it back on there and store it away until I'm ready to use it for the next time, okay? So I'm going to put this over here and bring my project back over. Do that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just take I I'm using a heat gun, but when you're at home, just use a hair dryer. And if you need something to dry real quicker, you can just use. Okay. The other thing is, like, I can see like my S is kind of smudged right there. Okay. So just dip it. Just take your a cotton ball, a Q-tip, and just take it and take the smudge off. Okay. And clean up and just clean up your project just a little bit. Okay. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off and use my Kiss Me transfer from our Club Couture. Okay, and I'm just going to put this right on here. Hopefully I can get it. I hope you guys can see this. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to put it, I'm going to kind of bend it where I see the heart and try to line it up with this heart. That is the idea. Whether I get it done or not will be a different story. Oh, that's easier. I picked it up and then looked from the front. I think I want to go down just a little bit further. Okay, we're going to see what that looks like. Again, just rub your hands over the design part and make sure there's the bubbles are out. And put some paste on there. Take your squeegee, put it all over the design. Get at the excess. Put the excess back in your jar. Save for later. Okay, and then just remove this. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me bring it up. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Carrie. So we have this. Let's see if you can see it. Little Valentine's Day. So perfect for Valentine's Day. I already had this board. I just painted it black. It had a saying on it. Took my transfer and updated it. I think that we could probably do just a little bow on it. So let me see if this bow will actually work. I'm not the best bow maker, so I'm still learning how to make bows and get them attached correctly. So I'm going to move this over here so that water doesn't. And guys, I just took this like 3 different ribbons that I got from Dollar Tree, cut them about 5-6 inches, and then made these little indentions in them, and then put it together. So super easy, nothing too hard. And then I'm just going to wrap it around the little ribbon that's already on there. Okay. So super easy project, about 20 minutes, right? Took me about 20 minutes. So just adding a little bow, adding a little character there, and now you're ready for Valentine's Day. A special homemade gift for your loved ones, or for your decorations or office or whatever. So a few things. If you're a Club Couture member and you purchased $50 last month in January, then, or in December, we're in January right now. So if you purchased $50 in December, you have $15 waiting for you in your Club Couture. Just sign on. You have $15 there. Use my link, and you have $15 to spend. If you want the club, if you want this one, this is for January only. This is our exclusive, so just the Club Couture members get this one. So once January is gone, you will no longer be able to purchase this. I'll be telling you guys about the retired ones that are coming out or leaving us at the end of this month. and keeping you guys updated on that through our VIP group. And that's it. So if you guys have questions, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. You can send me a direct message or comment here, and I'll get back to you guys. So have a super great evening and happy chalking. Bye.